just just harmless lunch. One funny thing about this generation is that we try to coin words to things. We give words to things. When we see ourselves doing the wrong thing, we just give it one sweet word and we package it harmless. Just a harmless sit out. You are sitting out is harmless. Hello everyone, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Treasure's Dynasty, where we discuss relationship issues. We discuss on things that make our relationship work. The one we are not doing well, we throw it away. The where we need to improve, we talk and we improve more on it, thereby making our home a godly home. So, if you are seeing this face for the first time, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos, and also be a returning viewer of my channel. That will also make you a bona fide member of this channel. Having said that, straight into the video. So, having a bestie. When we talk about a bestie, what do we mean? A best friend. Not just an ordinary friend. Not just a casual friend. Not just a colleague in the office. Not just possibly a neighbor you exchange pleasantries with. Sometimes you see in the morning. Not just an ordinary person. A bestie. And when you talk about a bestie, someone that plays a significant role in your life. Someone that plays a significant role in your life. So what is it about having a bestie that is an opposite sex, still keeping one even after marriage? What is actually wrong with it? Is there anything wrong with it? Is it bad? Or there's nothing, it's just, I don't know. But as you are watching this video, after watching this video, I want you to use the comment section, go down there and give me your own candid thoughts about having a bestie, an opposite sex bestie after marriage. Meanwhile, I will be sharing my own opinion with you, my own thoughts with you. First of all, as a single person, before you got into marriage, you had friends that were either male or female. You have those die or ride friends, those friends that are always there for you. They stand by you despite anything. You share your belief with, you share your thoughts with. Even there are some things that you can't even share with your supposed fiancé. Some nasty things you must have done as a single person or whatever, and you cannot share with your fiancé. Let me say so, but you share them with those friends. Now, switch over to when you get married. You now have this partner that you are to spend the rest of your life with. You are to bond together with, which now becomes your ride or die. Which now becomes your bestie for life. Which now becomes, because, I don't know, when we go to the altar, what do we say? Till death do us part. That's what we usually say when we go to the altar. Till death do us part. I don't know if that's not part of some of those recitations when people get married. I don't know if that's not part of it, but I understand that. And what I know is when you go there to exchange your marital vows, what you say and everything you say is till death do us part. Now, having a friend, a bestie, I won't even just tell that. Now, having a bestie that is an opposite sex as a married person, I don't know how it sounds. I don't know how it sounds to you watching this video right now. I don't know how it sounds to you having a contrary view about it. I don't know how it sounds to you that is actually trying to make out something else about it. But to me, it sounds very strange. To me, it gives a different rhythm to whatever I was listening to. To me, it's absurd. To me, it's crazy. Why am I saying these things? We understand that there is this connection that comes with a male and female relationship. There is this connection that comes with it. Whether it is marriage, whether it is friendship, whether it's just mere whatever, but there is this connection that comes with male and female relationship, and especially when it involves quality time, when it involves both parties having quality time together, when it involves you as a man, you as a woman coming together, sitting down, pouring out your heart, discussing, because that is what besties do. Okay, let me give an instance. Something went wrong over the night. You had an issues with your spouse, and you guys had kind of misunderstanding. And the next morning, you wake up, and let me say your husband steps out of the house, and the next thing, you need someone to share that feeling with. You need someone to talk to, and the person you could talk to was this your supposed bestie that is an opposite sex. You pick up your phone and you call him, and you're like, hey, what name do we give to this person now? Okay, hey, Chike, how are you doing today? I'm fine and everything. I'm not happy actually, because definitely he's going to ask you, how are you doing? And you'll not say, I'm not happy. So he will not ask you, what's the problem? Why are you not happy? You begin to narrate your own side of the story, and this guy will be coming up with, because he's your bestie, he will want to say things that are suiting to you. He will want to talk to you in a language you will understand, because he knows you very well. He wants to try to see how he can calm the situation, thereby bringing peace into your home. Now, there is a way the mind works. That's why I said male and female relationship. You cannot just be having a male relationship and you are telling me that we are just ordinary. Come on. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. I'm not going to tell you what's in your mind. I won't do that. No. But I'm just talking from a general point of view, from what is predominantly common. That is what I'm speaking. That is the area I'm speaking from. Now, this guy that is a bestie will now talk to you in a way you feel that is good, and you feel good and you feel happy. He has actually succeeded in making you understand why your spouse behaves like that, why your husband behaves like that. Then you now tell him, oh, thank you, that's why I like talking to you whenever I have issues. Now what happens? You go back, you are happy, you are relaxed, you feel good, and after some time your mind will begin to read, this guy is sensible, this guy is very good, this guy level of understanding is top notch, this guy, just imagine the way he handled this issue. Assuming he was my husband, I think he would have been better off than my current husband. That is where it begins. That is where it begins. This comparison begins to play in, because his intention possibly might not be, or it might not be the one to make you think that way or make you feel that way, but because he has succeeded in solving a problem for you, he solved a problem for you, you now begin to see him as that one Mr. Right, one Mr. Good, the best person, the best thing that has ever happened to you. Now, if this thing continues with time, okay, this so-called bestie, you might want to hang out. Where are you? Let's hang out. Just just harmless lunch. You know, one funny thing about this generation is that we try to coin words to things. We give words to things. When we see ourselves doing the wrong thing, we just give it one sweet word and we package it harmless. Just a harmless sit out. You are sitting out is harmless. Don't you know that things you give your time to, things you give your attention to, things you give quality concentration to, with time, you begin to have this kind of feelings for that thing. You begin to, especially when this your bestie is handling issues as regards to your marriage, especially when this your bestie is managing issues, settling disputes. Possibly your husband was to get you something and he couldn't do that. And the next thing is, you call your bestie and your bestie was able to do it. He could afford it. He gave it to you as a friend. What happens? What goes through your mind? Now, sometimes this is where it brings me to where I begin to wonder, and I ask myself and say, have we lost it? Have we lost it? As a Christian, where is your morals? These things really it really happens those days. You see a man's wife with another man, or you see a married man with another man's wife. It really happens in the name of bestie. What are they doing together? What has actually happened to all the female friends that you can ever think of? What has actually happened to all the females you can ever dream of? Why having this male as a bestie? You know, sometimes some of us we can be this jovial, we can be this friendly. If that's your jovial and your friendly nature sometimes is misconstrued, how much more you having someone as a friend, say bestie, and opposite sex as a friend, what happens? Because sometimes you might just have this one person that is an opposite sex that you feel very comfortable with, and you talk, you laugh, you chat, either in a workplace or wherever or however. Sometimes, you know the way the mind functions, it can be misunderstood by anybody that sees. It can be misunderstood by anybody that wants to perceive whatever he wants to perceive. So now, what happens when you now keep one as a bestie? Anytime you are seen, anytime you have an issue, that is the person you discuss with. Whenever he has an issue too, he also comes to you to discuss with you. Now, let's package it this way. You know, I always tell you people that the Bible is my standard. It guides me. That's what guides me. Everything I do, that's what guides me. My conscience is very active that I don't allow myself to do things that the reverse side of it, if it happens reversely, I will say no to it. Why do I say so? Let's make it this way. You are the man, and the other person is the woman. Okay, your husband, let's say, okay, your husband has a bestie. Your husband have this one female friend that he always runs to. He always confides in. How will you feel as a woman if you actually had an issue with your husband, and instead of you guys to sit down together and thrash it out, or possibly he discusses it with his co-gender, his male friend, he now has this female he always goes to discuss with. Please, if you're hearing any noise, don't mind, it's raining outside. Then you have this, and he has this female he always goes to discuss with. How will you feel? How will you think about it? Tell me. Will you be happy? Or possibly when you call him on phone, you hear that he's hanging out with a friend. See, what these things does is that bond between husband and wife, having a bestie, will no longer be there. That bond between husband and wife, because your bestie will take that bond. The time you were supposed to bond with your husband or with your wife, that time will now be given to your bestie. The trust you have in your relationship will begin to shake. The trust you've built in your relationship will begin to shake. And when the trust begins to shake, what happens? Whatever your partner does, you are suspicious about it. I will have to put it very straight to you, direct, without mixing my words or as far. It's wrong. It's wrong. Listen, the Bible made us to understand that stay away from all appearance of evil. The Bible did not say stay away from evil. The Bible said stay away from all appearance of evil. Don't you think that appearance looks evil? Don't you think it looks evil? Why should you be harboring a male friend in your relationship? It's evil. What happens to your husband? If you're having any issues, your husband should be your confidant. Having a female friend, very good. You can express your feelings. If you have a good one, they'll advise you, give you the right advice you need. But if you have a bad one, it becomes a problem. But there is nothing more than having a conversation as a husband and wife whenever there are issues, whenever you have things to discuss with. Take note, if Christ is not the head of your relationship, if he was not there, if he did not begin that relationship with you, then you are going to struggle. If he was not made the head from the onset of your marriage, you are going to struggle. If you can remember the story of Abraham, when he made a mistake and went into Haggai, when Sarah started complaining, what did God tell him? You listened to your wife from the beginning. So now she's asking you to send her away. You can go ahead and listen to her because you did not consult me. So what are we saying? Please, your husband, your wife should be your bestie. Having a bestie in your marriage and opposite sex is a no. It brings a lot of problems into marriages. It has broken so many homes because the comparison will start coming in. You begin to compare your partner with this other person, and it will be so unfortunate if this so-called bestie is not even married. It becomes worse. It becomes worse when the so-called bestie is not married. What do you expect? The person sometimes might feel as if I'm doing this my friend good, I'm trying to help this my friend, but the friend is catching feelings. Let's tell ourselves the truth. There are some behaviors, there are some attitude that person will come up with, and when you look at the attitude, you'll be like, I love this. My partner was supposed to behave like this. He's not behaving like this. This person is the one behaving like this. Listen, and listen good. Your marriage was founded in Christ. There are some things people out there will do that don't fear God. You as a Christian, you that fear God, you shouldn't do it. Do you get? You that fear God, you shouldn't do it. So having said that, I think I'll be concluding here, coming to the end of this video, because I won't want this video to be too lengthy, too long. I just want to hit the nail on its head, direct to the point, so that you can know my take and view on that. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. So many controversial topics always comes up like this. I speak on it, I discuss on it, and as Christians too, we look at it and say, okay, is this thing good for us? If it's not good, we brush it and we look for other means to make our relationship work. Do well to subscribe to my channel, and God will bless you richly. Bye.